Sean is on the line in Glasgow, big Rangers fan. Hi, Sean.
Hi there, Paul. I was talking to a few of the buddies at work and that today, right?
Yes.
And what we were talking about, right? A lot of us have got Michael Beale as not the right man for Rangers. And names what were popping up were, I've got to say 3 or 4 names, right? And it's up to you guys how you take it. So we've got Harry Redknapp, number 1. And we've got
Harry.
Rafa Benitez, number 2. And then the other one we go is Cam Davison, the former St Johnstone manager, or the Livingston manager. There's 4 names for you. What do you guys think about that?
Okay.
What one did you pick, Sean?
To be honest, I've always said Harry Redknapp, but or Rafa Benitez. I certainly, and to be honest, I would take Cam Davison because Michael Beale, pal, is not the man for Rangers. I would rather have you as Rangers manager.
Well, Leanne's busy at... Or do you mean Craig? But Leanne's busy at Motherwell. She's still
I
playing.
think that's quite offensive, Sean, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Have you not listened to the chat until this point? I thought I've come across quite convincing.
I know.
4 guys,
Yeah.
4 people. Who's the right man for Rangers? It's certainly no Michael Beale. Everybody in the granny knows Michael Beale's not a Rangers manager. On you go, guys.
Right, I'm going to tell you now, Harry Redknapp I don't think's coming to Scotland. Rafa Benitez, I don't think he would either. Callum Davidson, I don't think at this stage in his career, coming off the back of a sacking, he would get the job, and I don't think anybody is going to give Davy Martindale, as harsh as it sounds, an opportunity to go and coach at a higher level. That's just my honest opinion.
Craig, I know we win.
And I don't agree with that with David Martindale, by the way, because I think he
right.
does a really good job at Livingston. But I just think based on, again, the job that he does at Livy, I think that is a fit that goes well. And I don't know if he could go and replicate that at another club.
Of course, I'm just about to say, James, Rafa is, of course, at Celta Vigo, where the Celtic player has gone just a few weeks ago. What do you think, Craig? I always wince when this happens. It's one thing discussing what's going to happen. Michael Beale is the Rangers manager.
And he's still got the job correct. Yeah. And like I says, I mean, everyone's got their own group discussions and talk about the situation. In terms of the names that you've thrown out there, Sean, look, again, I think it's disrespectful to talk about anybody until something were to happen, if it were to happen. But I agree with Leanne in regards to David Martindale. I mean, his next step in terms of another job, in my opinion, is going to be sort of like that. So you make gradual steps as a player, gradual steps as a manager, and all that sort of stuff. He's done a wonderful job, continues to do a wonderful job at Livingston, but. Is it a genuine conversation, Sean? Are you at the wind up with those names?
No, I'm not. Yeah, see, to be honest, I'm not the wind up because, see, to be honest, the wind up is Michael Beale still the Rangers manager. Everybody in the everybody that works for Glasgow City Council, GHA, City Building, blah blah blah, Chelsea House, any job in the world, right? Who actually wants Michael Beale as Rangers manager? There's nobody that wants him there. And obviously you guys like you and that might want Michael Beale there because he's a friend or I don't know, but Michael Beale is not a Rangers manager and he's certainly not good enough. And to be honest, I want Michael Beale out.
Well, that's clear, Sean, that you're not a fan of him, but the chairman is keeping him on at the moment. He spent, 13 million this summer. He needs to play these players now. In a way, he talked about the handbrake coming off. It'll have to come off. He'll have to do it his way, Craig. Otherwise, he will be.
Look, Michael Beale is currently in the role. Michael Beale knows exactly what's going to keep him in the job and what's going to lose him the job. Now, if he continues to get the performances and the results that we've seen so far this season, then it becomes a no-brainer. But, I mean, again, I don't know Michael personally. He's not a friend of mine, Sean, just to give you the heads up. But, look, at the end of the day, I'm another one that's kind of go with the facts, The season hasn't been positive. There's been 9 new players that have come into the football club. They haven't gelled anywhere near as quick as what the supporters would have liked. 2 meaningful matches this season so far. I'm saying that the loss to Kilmarnock in the league was meaningful, but in terms of the PSV qualification for Champions League, first Old Firm game at home, they're disappointments. They're going to be very, very hard for Michael Beale to come back from, because what I do agree with what you've said and what you're saying is that not many people that you're speaking to that are behind Michael Beale at this moment in time. And that's the worrying thing. Every single supporter that I have spoken to are of the same opinion that they don't want to see more. I'm telling you, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not exaggerating.
And the only ones, to back that up, Craig, that I've spoken to that think he should remain in a job is only because it's as early on in the season as it is. If it feels and looks like this by November, I don't see those fans that are going, no, keep him in the job now. He spent that X amount of money in the transfer window. It's only X amount of games in. That will completely change.